Good day and welcome to another edition of Outsider Genie, where we'll be looking at the race meeting from Turffontein today, the 18th of March, and the meeting will be on the inside track where we have an 8-race card. Before I start looking at the fields and the betting, I just want to uh, remind you about our special offer that we have at the moment. If you subscribe to Outsider Genie, you'll get the rest of March for free. And then you only pay 400 Rand from now till the end of May. So April and May is 400 Rand only, where your normal price would have been 1,000 Rand for the 2 months plus for the proportion of March. That's the value of 1,200 Rand. We also got a long-term package that will take you through right past till the end of August, past the championship, the champion season in KwaZulu-Natal. Or if you're a little bit low on cash, you can subscribe now till the end of March for 200 Rand. WhatsApp 0835855113 for the bank details. So let us look at the Turffontein card today, where we kick off with the first race, a maiden plate over 2,600 meters at 1:10. The betting as follows. Here the betting is number 1, Twin Turbo, 5-2, Rock and Scissors, 5-2, 28-10, Sophia's First, 15-1, Mr. Blue Sky, 16-1, Confessor, the Sitting Bull, 16-1, 18-1, Perfect Passion, 20-1, Visionaire, and Longer the Rest. Now here my first selection is one of the fillies in the race, and that is number 10, Sophia's First. This horse is nicely bred. I like these noble tunes. They do run long distances, and they sometimes take time to mature, and it certainly looked like noble. The Sophia First is one of those. Has been running well in his last 2 races. Now, I just want to show you something. This horse ran a second to Senescene's. Now, this Senescene's is running in a later race where I'll discuss the form, and you will see that there's form behind this horse in not just one race, in various races, are very strong. So for her to finish second behind that horse was actually an exceptional effort. Then she ran second to a tentative over a 2-4 in the Val. And I think today, number 10, Sophia's First, is going to be a huge runner in this race. And for outsider selections, I'm going for number 13, which is Visionaire. This Visionaire filly, Wish on Air, this Visionaire filly has been running there and thereabouts, has run second. Yes, she ran second behind Chinnaport, although 7 lengths behind. Last time out, 4 lengths behind Panakota. But I just got a feeling that one of these days, this mare is going to, stay on and win a race. Not a mare, a filly, although already had 22 runs. But yeah, and certainly if she do arrive for places or even win, certainly that will enhance the payout, because as she is currently at 20-1. Ryan Munger, a very good jockey in himself as well. So my other outsider selection is number 2, which is Confessor, is the Global View by Strike Smarty, but a 3-year-old, but a little bit drawn out wide on 13, but over this distance doesn't matter so much. I see this horse hasn't run over this distance. The furthest this horse has gone 1,600 meters, but I'm sure Paul Matchett is a shrewd trainer, and he wouldn't put this horse over this distance if he didn't think the horse can do the distance. Certainly, if I look on the dam side, the juror has thrown a few horses that could stay a little bit. So I think maybe number 2, Confessor, definitely a horse that you need to put in your play, 16-1. And here's the favorite, number 1, Twin Turbo. Certainly also a Flower Alley by Western Winter Mare, and that will give him the staying power. Has gone 2,200 meters, but never dangerous. Last time out, ran second behind Earl. So certainly I think it does have a chance to win, but certainly not a type of horse that I would run to the bookmakers to take the 5-2. Then he has got competition in the market by number 5, Rock and Scissors. Rock, Paper, Scissors, that ran a decent race last time out. Took his time a little bit to find his feet, but his last run was certainly improving. So also a type of horse that can be involved in the finish. Also, Mr. Blue Sky, Governor Peep on Board, certainly would have had a chance. But I would have think if Mr. Blue Sky had a very realistic chance, Samanga Kumalo would have be on board, but he selected to ride number 10, Sophia's First. So that says something, because he has ridden in that race behind Senesenka, or whatever the horse Senecine race. And I think that's why my first choice stays with number 10, Sophia's First. Then we move on to the second race, which is also over 2,600 meters. And here we have measured at 80 handicap class T, average measured at 74, where the betting is as follows. Number 1, Cash Music 12 to 10, Call Me Master 3 to 1, Gold Griffin 11 to 2, Ideal Wolf 11 to 2, So Long Spring 15 to 2, Sweet and Spicy 10 to 1, French Leaf 25 to 1. Now, I had a look at a favorite, and then it came to my attention that this horse has run 9 times on this course for just 3 third places. So the horse is in form. The horse can run, he can win, has run well, has come down from the merit rating from 103 to 80. Certainly has a chance, but my selection is number 3, Gold Griffin. This horse has run 6 times a course and distance, 1 win, 2 seconds, and a 4th. Now, Gold Griffin is the type of horse, he always takes time he's always slow, but when he, get going, he can certainly motor, and maybe today would be the day that Gold Griffin will find the number 1 box again. Outsider selections, I'm going for number 7 and number 8. 7 is French Leaf, but French Leaf is only carrying 52 minus 2.5. And French Leaf has run places over this kind of distance. Jannie Boorman's still looking for his first winner since relocating from Bloemfontein. And one of these days, French Leaf is going to surprise, that is for sure. And today with this low weight of 49.5 can certainly be a factor in this race. Also number 8, So Long Spring. Also a horse that can spring a surprise every now and then. Here you can see he won an Oval 2,400 meters in December at 50 to 1. And certainly he would also appreciate this distance. And he has won in place on this course, also carrying just 51.5. Did run on well last time out behind Captain Cora, slow into stride. And can certainly also spring a surprise here. So, and then, as I said, number 1 certainly has got the form, definitely a contender in all your play. So let's move on to race number 3, where we have a classified stake, SA Derby classified stake, class E, average merit rate at 63. And here the betting is as follows. Number 6, Senecine 17 to 10, last year 7 to 1, 8 to 1, Emmeline. The Brassway 10 to 1, twice the Act 10 to 1, 11 to 1, Cool Biker, Liverpool Legend 14 to 1, Western Dancer 16 to 1, and longer the rest. Now here in this race, you'll see the best weighted is number 14, Flying First Class, and then number 6, Senecine, and number 1, and number 4, and number 13. Now, if we go to number 6 in the scene, this is a Sontario horse, Lyle Hewitson. He's won his last 2 races. Now, if you have here, you'll see here that he's contested in a lot of his races. Horses has won behind him, and I think this is one of the strongest form lines I have seen for a long time. Let me share it with you. Now, if you have a look, this is the last race that he won. After that, Anachuria has won. Bold Fortune has won, Ideal Angel has won, Big City Girl ran second last time out. But then you look at the race before that, when he broke his maiden, himself has won again, Sophia's First has run second again, Wanderers has won, and Duchess Bernadette has won again. Then we look at this race when he was still a maiden. Here we have himself, Lotus has been placed second. Lyrical Dance has won. And there again, Duchess of Bernadette has won. Then we have a look when he ran in this race here. when he ran, he ran 6. Now, out of that race, so they say there's one, Aberdeen has one, and himself has one. Okay, so then we go back to that, to the race before that. There he ran behind Burn Jasper. Burn Jasper has won again himself, and then Winning Queen also won out of that race, and if a Flame, also that was last in that race, has also won. Then we go back there, the race before that. Fireflower has won that race plus another race. Only the Brave has won 2 races. And Make a Penny has won a race. And here again, we look at this Spirit of Law, behind Spirit of Law. Council Queen has won 2 races. Last year has won a race, and I think last year has run second again as well. Okay, and then Miss Kapmala won a race. Nabila won a race. And then on the second run, behind Cloth of Ice, Fireworks has won out of that race. And then lastly, on his very first race, when he also ran second behind Dark Song, Single Red Rose has won. Malvern has won. Sheer Talent won 3 races in a row. Afri Cell won. And Pascal's Moore won 2 races in a row. So if you look at that form, then certainly this is very strong form, and I think this filly will be hard to beat in this race today. So that's my first selection. And then we're going to have a look at number 1, which is Emmeline. Emmeline is one of those horses that runs one good race, one bad race. So today, I don't know what happened last time, but hopefully she can run a better race today, as she's due to run a good race today. And then I want to scroll down here to a horse that I like a lot, but the horse keep on disappointing me. And this is Flying First Class Silvano by Jet Bastard Me. The day she won a maiden, I did tip her, and then this horse is running in and out, but today only carrying 50 kilogram. And I think certainly can run an improved race from this rate, from this weight. So certainly one that you need to include. And also let's have a look at number 4. Number 4 is Twice the Act. There's also a horse that's running well, getting -1.5, and did surprise at 20-1 the run before, and I did tip that as my outright selection that day. And then that was a classified stake that you won. Today again in a classified stake. So certainly a horse that you need to follow, Twice the Act. And then we go to race number 4, which is another classified stakes over 1,600 meters. And here the betting is as follows. Golden Spoon 9-2, Diamonds and Dollars 9-2, Perfect Angel 5-1, Control 7-1, Twice the Search 7-1, 15-2, Oyster King, Zabaria 8-1, Bravo 115 for Forever Light 16, and 33-1 Top Line and the rest. And here my selection is number 2, Perfect Angel. This is a Flower Alley by Holy Roman Empire mare. This horse won over 1,400 meters in December, then ran third behind Little Rain, Magical Flight. Now, currently running here in a D65, where she's been running in a 70, a 79, a 80. And I think Perfect Angel today is going to run a huge race. For outsider selection, I'm going for the stablemate Contrail, also getting -4, only carrying 56, but draw 13. But you might want to play this also from the Alec Led stable, and maybe play it in an exacta. And I think certainly with this -4, it's going to make a huge difference. And surely I think Contrail can be one of the horses when at the finish line, when the photos are taken. Then my other selection is number 6, Twice the Search, Luke Ferreras on board from 4. This horse was also run always there and thereabouts, has run some decent races here and there, and I think today over this course and distance might be a factor. Number 6, Twice the Dollars. Also, a horse that can be a factor is number 7, Diamonds and Dollars. Has only had 3 runs, won nicely on a maiden. Who came fight back, I think was headed and then fight back. And I think Lyle Hewitson for Sean Terry definitely in with a chance today. Then we move on to race number 5, which is a fillies and mares 89 divided handicap, Class C, average rated 80. And here the betting is as follows. Number 9, Me Time 33 to 10, Sultana 4 11 to 2, 11 to 2, Bella Rosa in limbo 6 to 1, Virginia 8 to 1. Now You See Me 9 to 1, Pin Up 9 to 1, 10 to 1, Impressive Duchess, 18 to 1, Just Kidding, 16 to 1, Stratastrale, and 55 to 1, Captain's Reward. Here in this race, my selection is number 1, Virginia. You'll see this horse is now running here in a C80, but this horse has been running in A divisions 97. She won a 97 here against Captain of Tortuga, and that horse has won again. You'll see this form: 10 runs, 2 wins, 7 runs, 3 wins behind Queen Supreme. And last time out, 1 run, 1 winner when she ran behind Wiley Winch in a 97. Before that, run against the likes of Chimchimi Run and Vistula, Lady of Steel. Lady of Steel has won again since. So certainly, I think Virginia has run against far better opposition than she'll ever find in this race. And I think at 8 to 1, really a good and a nice value bet. Then my outsider selections is number 4, Sultana. This win versus Getrich filly has won 3 in a row. Then second behind Destiny's Game. Last time out behind Curvation over 2,000. I think might have been a little bit too far, although she has won 3 over this distance actually. So then that might not be the problem. Because last time out she was run over 2,000. Now back over the 1,600 where she has won 3. 2 seconds, and I think course and distance 2 run, 1 run, and I think Sultana today is going to give a good account of herself. Then my outsider selection is number 11, in limbo. This is a 3-year-old. This is the full sister to Awan and Rainbow Breach, I think. I'm not sure, but definitely, and also Ticket, Awan and Rainbow Breach. And the other one is Golden Ducat. And I think this took 3 runs to win, but from a 52 today can be certainly dangerous in this race. So definitely a horse that you need to include. The favorite for me, the favorite is Meantime, but I don't know. I just got a feeling, I don't know, it just, I can't find the form here because this horse is not run in the same class than number 1 Virginia. So I find it hard why this is a favorite at 33 to 10, because it hasn't won a race for 805 days. And the fields that she's been running with is far less. It's lower than the fields that Virginia is run in, and Sultana, because Sultana also has run against 80. So, and 91. So, and then Impressive Duchess, I think the 1,600 meters will be too far for her. Bella Diva, certainly with getting the -2.5, Bella Rosa is certainly a horse that can surprise. Has also been running here and thereabouts. So certainly number 6, Bella Rosa, I think in with a chance today. Then we move to race number 6. And here my first selection is number 6 in race 6. I spent a long time on this race trying to find a winner, and at the end of the day, my choice did go with number 6, Soul of Wit. Although coming off a rest, this horse ran a nice race behind Swiss Bank last time out. But now the thing that swayed my choice in this horse's favor was the jockey Lorena. Now, Soul of Wit is already a 3-time winner from 44 runs, but has run some useful races in the past, and I'm thinking today might be the day for this mare to get back in the winner's box already in 579 days without a winner. But although This horse only cost 50,000 rand. That's already won nearly 400,000 rand. So certainly that is a good achievement in itself. And I'm just thinking that Solar Word today can be the best of the lot here. But certainly a very open race. My outsider selection, number 9, Tandekile, Ryan Munger from draw 10. This horse has been running a little bit, 3 lengths, 5 lengths, 8 lengths behind. But I just got a feeling on this weight, from this weight today, 53.5 can be a factor, number 9. And then my other outsider selection is number 11, which is Pretty Jolly. And you must be thinking I'm really off my mind. But, we've got nice speed runners. You never know. And this horse has won 3 races. And from the 52.5 today, I think this horse might be competitive. Has run a second behind Bequest, which was not a bad run. A third run behind Sacred Lotus. In the same type of class. The last 2 runs was against higher classes, now coming down a little bit in class, only running from a 52.5. So certainly do include in all of your play for the chance that the 51 shot can surprise. Then we here at the next race, race 7, a Phillies Mares 96 divided, the handicap class B, average minute rate at 90 over 1,200 meters. And here the betting is as follows. Sorry, I forgot to do the betting on race 6. Number 1, Lyrical Dance, 26-10. Undwatra, 3-1. Solar Word, 11-2. Anatura, 11-2. Louvain, 8-1. A Flame, 17-2. Golden Spiral, 14-1. Kapama, 14-1. Tandikela, 25-1. Pretty Jolly, 50-1. And Lacona, 15-1. And here is race 7. We got 3 Johan Janssen van Rensburg runners, all priced up in the first 3. 12-10 Celestial Love, 5-1 Thumbs Up, Run April 1, 16-1, and Boyden 15-2. Patrons Tier 16-1, Sheer Talent 13-1, Pool Party 16 and 25-1, and better the rest. So here in this race, my race 7, my first selection is number 6, Celestial Love. Celestial Love won Saturday again. And if she's taken that run well, certainly will give another good account of herself, because she won well. Wasn't really even hard pressed. And I think that's the reason why they're running her again. Then for outsider selection, I'm going for number 4, Sheer Talent. I really think the 1,600 meters for this horse last time out was too far. Never in the race, but now coming back to 1,200 meters. Last time out, before that, ran behind Shea Bella, ran second. Has had 3 runs last year in July and August. And I think Sheer Talent is definitely, with Muzi Yeni on board, can spring a surprise in this race. And for another outsider selection is number 9. This horse is only carrying 51.5, Peyton Street. I think last time out, slow, last one, slow fatigue behind Voice Winter. I think the 1,600 meters behind G4Go was too far. Now bringing it back to 1,200 meters, which I think will suit this horse. Do include in all of your play. And then another horse that you need to include is number 7, Run April Run. This horse only had 3 runners, now located to the Van Vieren stable, has won over 1160, and then ran behind Bequest in 83. But I think from the 52.5 certainly can be a factor. Then we move to the last race, race number 8, which is also a Phillies Mare 77 divided handicap class D, average mean rating over 1,200 meters, and the betting as follows. Here in race 8, number 4, Full Velocity 28-10, 11-2 Emerald Case, 13-2 La Greta, Bella Black 8-1, Super Space Race 17-2, Capitiana 10-1, Samoa 12-1, the Fifth Wave 15-1. Flower Scotland 15-1, 18-1, and longer the rest. So here my first selection again is a Sean Terry horse, number 4, Full Selection, Full Velocity. Was beaten by Here the Trumpet, but has got now a weight advantage, a swing in a weight, which will make it difficult for Here the Trumpet on these weights to beat number 4. This filly won well on her debut, and I think has got the ability. It's very well bred, Troppist by Circular Speed by Sabrine, so Out of Circle of Speed by Sabrine. And I think very well bred and certainly in with a huge chance in this race. For outsider selections, I'm going for number 3, Emerald Crest. Emerald Crest has been running thereabouts. Did win a second last race behind Legreta, but we'll find it hard to beat Legreta on the way turnaround. But do include this horse might be on the up and a nice race behind My Queen last time out. And our outsider selection is number 12, which is Legreta, because they she and Emerald Wave is close to each other. Also running there and thereabouts, running from a 54.5, certainly in with a chance. And other horse that you want to have a look at is number 5, which is Bella Black. I think Bella Black can spring a surprise. Muzieni on board has run well last time out against Okasana. Is now a weight turnaround, which is in the favor of Bella Black. And I think Bella Black can also be involved when the photos are taken. So that brings us to the end of my preview for this video. I hope I could point you in the right direction. And as I always say, break a leg.